Conquest update. So what we got going on here right now is that we got some new parts in the mail yesterday while I was at work. Steering coupler from MKS Motorsports. We got the steering rack and both the tie rod ends in from Rock Auto. Under the hood, we got some of the stuff that I just didn't want underneath the engine bay, just trying to clean the engine bay up. I'm going to utilize the factory fuel line coming from the pump going to the 360. We're waiting on this cross member here to come in from Mike from, like I said, MKS. Steering box is coming out. Everything factory oriented for the steering components on this car is coming out of here. That will be all done within the next couple days. Fenders are going to come off here real quick like to be able to get the rest of the wiring out from underneath the engine bay. I just didn't get to that the other day. I had to leave for work. Wheels, we were taking the wheels off. Going to get new rubbers thrown on it to where they're ready to roll. I got to look in to see if I'm going to need the drive shaft coupler from MKS to be able to make the 5-speed work with this rear end. Like I said, we're not worried about doing any paint work or anything like that. I've got all the parts to put the front end back on. We're not running a hood for the initial Carlisle debut because the air cleaner is going to stick through the hood and I'm not cutting that hood. Other than that, project's coming along. Now onto the Cordoba update. Now what we got going on here is we got some pretty decent rotors ordered in from Rock Auto. Alyssa and I plan on taking this car quite a long distance at times. We're wanting to do the Route 66 tour next year and go to Las Vegas or something. So we're getting a really decent set of rotors. They're here. Brake hardware kit, in and outer wheel bearings, wheel seals, everything. I was able to find everything on Rock Auto. Fail-safe thermostat for when Dad's here to do the work on the engine. And got a couple more magnets here to add to the collection. But what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing on the Cordoba, we're going to be doing the entire bushing kit up front that we got from Mancini. I'm waiting on the blue paint to get here from Mancini to do the engine. We got the aluminum 4-barrel intake. I'll be pulling that off the parts motor here in a day or so. And we'll be, like I was saying, on the motor, we'll be doing the 4-barrel intake, Holley 4-barrel. We'll be doing, we're going to be looking into the cam that Dad has sitting on the shelf. We're going to see if we're going to throw it in or not. Rear end, I'm going up to my buddy Matt Keller's to see if he's got a 9 1/4 because this car's got an 8 1/4 in it. And for the amount of power I'm going to be pushing through this motor and transmission, I don't want to be stranded if we decide to do a burnout and, accidentally grenade the rear end. We're also getting a set of R-body springs from a cop car that he has in a local yard. And there is one spot on the unibody, or not the unibody, on the subframe here, the K-member that I found that is kind of rough. The only spot I have found on this entire car that is actually legitimately cancerous. I found some stuff in the trunk pan, but I'm not too worried about that right now. This here. Just talking with Keller, and we can replace all this. We're going to be able to cut this out and repair all this around here. This here is just gone. There's supposed to be a big metal loop here like there is on the other side. But we'll be able to get that fixed. We'll have that entire rear corner just rebuilt, everything off another subframe. And other than that, underneath this car is actually pretty clean. Got a little dirt clump there from backing into the yard. The car's sitting a little low right now because the springs are they're toast. I mean, it is what it is. And then, as you can see, I got some inner wear on both sides of the tires. That's why I got the ball joints and everything. We're going to do a full rebuild on the front end of this car and just get her knocked out. For these wheels, we're going to pull them off. Going to do a full-blown polish on them. And I'm trying to find the factory wheel lips for this car. I would love to put them back on. And you could tell this car was supposed to have the trim down the side of it. So I want to try to find that and put that back on the car. It looks like starting to have some paint flake here in the corner of the door, but we'll get it. We'll get all that addressed in time. And then As you guys seen in the last video, I do have the other bumper cover, just getting the time to put it on there. I also want to put the unleaded gasoline only sticker. I'm going to try to find that online, get that ordered in. And just do a couple touch-ups here and there. I'd like to try to find some good taillight covers for this. I got lenses, but they're for the 78, 79 style, so they won't really work on this. Other than that, I mean, it's projects coming along on this car. Trying to find a green console lid for inside. Other than that, man, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.